Okay, so I launched my first cookie drop from home, and these are the 5 things that I wish I knew before doing it. I'm building a thing for sweets, my brown butter cookie business, and my first drop was small, 10 boxes. It definitely wasn't perfect. It was very stressful, meaningful, and actually like a huge learning experience. I didn't sell out like I secretly hoped I would, but I did bake the cookies, get them boxed up. I put out the Google form, I took orders, and I even had a customer that filled out a form but didn't actually end up paying. And I was still able to complete my first cookie drop. In my head, I think I thought I could just post the order form, show the cookies, and people would immediately just get what I was building and order. Girl, no. People need reminders. They need to see the cookies more than once. They want to know what's in the box. They want to know when the form opens, how does payment work, when do they pick up, and why they should care. So for my next drop, I'm not just posting and hoping, I'm building a better rhythm. Teaser, reminder, flavor post, form opening, and final call. The second thing I wish I knew was that scarcity only works when people are already warmed up. I had 10 boxes and I thought limited boxes would make it exciting, which it does, but only if people already know they want it. If people are still learning who you are, what your cookies are, and how your drop works, a limited number does not automatically create demand. That was a little humbling and also useful. It showed me that my job right now is to not just say limited drop. My job right now is to keep building trust and showing people what makes my cookies worth ordering. The third thing I wish I knew is that payment instructions need to be impossible to miss. For my first drop, boxes were not confirmed until payment was received, but I realized that I need to make that even more clear. Because your order form response is not a paid order. And when you're baking from home, planning ingredients, packaging, pickup windows, and timing around real life, that matters. So for drop number 2, I'm making the payment instructions like super clear. Payment confirms the box, unpaid orders are released. The fourth thing that I wish I really knew is that my dough day needed a real system. Dough day was honestly the most exhausting part. I was still weighing chocolate, figuring out my mix-ins, stuffing cookies, weighing out my dough balls, and trying to film everything way too late at night. So for the next drop, I'm making flavor kits. So each cookie has its own container of chocolate, hazelnut, toffee, Biscoff pieces, whatever it needs, already weighed out. By doing this, I'm hoping that my dough day will be more like an assembly line where I just make the base dough, divide everything into 4s, add the flavor kits, weigh the dough, and then chill it. This one change is already making me feel less overwhelmed and more prepared for dough day. The fifth thing I wish I knew was that a small first drop still counts. I feel like it's easy to feel like if something doesn't blow up immediately, that it's not real, it didn't work, but that's not true. My first drop gave me real information, helped me see like what went smooth, what was chaotic, what I need to fix, some like ideas about what I could film for content. So it was still a learning experience, even though it was small. And more than anything, I proved to myself that this is no longer just an idea in my head, but something that I actually did and completed. I put myself out there by posting the content. I made the cookies. I made my form. I boxed them up and gave them to my customers, and that felt really good. And all of that counts, even if it was just 10 boxes. I'm giving myself grace as I learn because I know how critical I can be of myself, and that has honestly stopped me in the past. This time around, I'm paying attention to what makes me anxious, what makes me overwhelmed, and figuring out a system so that I don't give myself a reason to quit. So stay with me while I figure this out and learn, and let's see if these changes help me with my signature drop number 2.